Okay, the AMT Motorsport double barrel diff mount installation instructions says we need a 18 millimeter socket, a 15 millimeter socket. We're going to put the jack up under the car and jack the transmission up to be able to get the differential mount out. So these instructions are typically fantastic from AMT Motorsport, no exception here. The procedure is pretty simple. Just going to get up under there, remove the differential mount bolts from the cross member, jack up transmission, take the differential mount off, put the new heavy duty solid piece of aluminum here, differential mount on. It'll actually sit upside down. These posts will come through the bottom and we'll mount it to those holes on the top. This should help with drive line movement during high G cornering. Excited to get this. It's actually a quick and easy installation. This thing runs about $380 from AMT Motorsport. I was able to get 15% off due to the Black Friday sale. All right, so we've got everything we need. Let's get on the car and get started. Up under the car. We're going to go ahead and take these nuts off here. The book says 43 foot-pounds. This auto ratchet is supposed to do 55, so it should take them off. Let's see what we got here. Now, looks like I'm going to have to loosen them up just a bit with the regular ratchet. Let's see here. Didn't want to break that. All right, let's see if I can do this one-handed. And you'll have to excuse me if I'm a little fumbly today. It is a cool December morning in Colorado, and these gloves aren't terribly warm. Got ourselves a nice 6x6 piece of cedar here. Let's see if we can get this up on the jack. Light bulb's going out. And the instructions say you want to jack it just so the rear diff here is touching the top of the trunk tub. But we can't really see that. Here we go. Let's see if we can jam this light up here. Now we can kind of see things. Get this nice and squared up. And all right, I'm going to have to turn this off to be able to get off part of the car and start jacking it up, so I'll be right back. All right, for the driver's side, this is the best way I found to go ahead and get a ratchet in there. It's a bit of a pain with all these brake lines and electrical coming through here, but I was able to get a ratchet basically straight through above the sway bar. And get that in there. Helps to have a swivel head. So we'll go ahead and start getting these off, and then we'll take a look at the passenger side, which may prove to be a little more tricky. Okay, so it gets to some points where it's kind of difficult to get the ratchet to click, and also it's really tough to get your hand in there to be able to twist it. And there's it wants to jam back up sometimes. So in the interest of speed, what I think I'm going to do is go get a 15mm wrench and finish this off with a regular old box end wrench. So I'll be right back. Okay, box end wrench did the trick. Over there, I think I might try to start it with the box end on this side. These are a little tough to get to, take a little bit of work. A finger ratchet would probably come in pretty handy here once you get them loose. Only problem is I know I got one of those for Christmas, or at least I'm pretty sure, so I can't buy one, and I can't go inside and open the package without my family getting mad at me. So one of the downsides of Christmas, but one of the few. But we'll go ahead and get the box on this to get it loosened up, maybe try and slide a ratchet in there, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Oh yeah, that's going to loosen up for me with the box head. Yeah, that's better. Now what I need is a set of ratcheting box head wrenches. That'd be golden. Okay, so this is kind of the best way I found to get the ratchet on this one. Again, you got to have a tilt head ratchet, but going in towards the axle and just cranking it back and forth over there seems to be working out okay. I'm going to go ahead and crank on this, and then I'll be back and we'll take a look at taking the differential mount out. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so we got the old mount out. As you can see, I had to pull it up over those steel lines that you see here. Not too much of a struggle to get that out. You can see the old rubber mount here, which allows the drivetrain to move around a bit. Pretty gunky from being about 20 years old. We can compare that with the new mount here, which is solid aluminum. Not going to allow the drivetrain to flex around. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't maneuver this into place. Of course, take those nuts off first. And yeah, I'll go ahead and set the camera up and we'll go. All right, let's see if we can get this in here. Oh yeah, piece of cake. Get the holes to line up. Yeah, no problem at all. Okay, so we got that in there. So it sits, but as you can see, it does have like room to move, right? So we got to make sure we line up the diff on top of this so the bolts line up. So what I'll probably do now is lower the diff just a bit to get the holes a little bit closer, and then I'll probably lift up on this mount and then start the bolts by hand back into the diff so everything lines up as I drop it down. All right, well, I'll go ahead and get started on that. torque spec calls for 37 foot-pounds on these. You can kind of see the finished product here. Well, not quite finished, but we've got it mounted up to the differential. We're still poking through at the bottom, which is good. So we should be able to set this thing down. I am going to try and snake a torque wrench on this one to get 37. This one, we'll just have to see if I get there. We'll have to do it by hand torque wrench. So yeah, let me go grab the torque wrench and we'll be back. Torque wrench out. Let's see if we can. Oh yeah, we should be able to get in that, right? Come on, come on, you can do it. Oh boy. Ooh, oh yeah, look at that. I'm jammed up on something here. Alright, that's not getting tight, so I'm not pulling up on it. There it is, 37. Now let's see if we can get it out. Yep, no problem. Alright, let's check this one out. Whoa. Come on. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I might be able to get this. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, the problem is I can't see anything. Come on. Come on. Oh yeah.
You got a chance to use it too.
All right, we got these both torqued to 37 foot-pounds. Okay, we've got the transmission lowered on top of the mount here. Everything's in place. What we have to do now is tighten these up to 43 foot-pounds, and that's it. We're done. We got the AMT Motorsport double barrel differential mount installed. This probably took a little less than an hour, and probably would have been shorter if I wasn't filming everything. So pretty easy upgrade, pretty solid upgrade. And I'll go ahead and get these tightened and torqued up and call it a day. Okay, so side note, the nuts that AMT Motorsport gives you are not the same size as the nuts that come off the stock differential mount. That was a little confusing. Let's go figure out what these are. All right, they are 15s as well. So we'll go ahead and get the right one on there. I was wondering what was going on. We'll go ahead and tighten this up. Okay. Grab a ratchet to finish this up. 43. Click. All right, guys, that's a wrap. AMT Motorsport double barrel diff mount installed. All right, not too bad. We'll see you next time. Guys, just a bit of a sneak preview of some upcoming videos that we're going to be doing. So as you can see, I've removed the radiator out of the C5 Corvette. I bought a new DeWitt's radiator. Should be here, I don't know, probably Monday. So there'll definitely be a video on that for getting that installed. Basically, get a little bit of overheating issues with the coolant on the track during June-July time period out here in Colorado. It gets pretty hot. Definitely wanted to solve that. Plus the, I'll get into it a little bit more, but it's solid aluminum instead of having the plastic side tanks like the stock one. It's also a lot thicker. So once I get that in, we'll go ahead and install that. I'll do a video on that as well. And Merry Christmas to me. I got a AIM MXM dash logger for Christmas this year. So I'm going to be installing this as well. I think I'm going to try and fab up a mount so it sits like, here, let me switch hands. Sits about right here so I can see it there on the track. I'm going to have to fab up a mount or something to get on top of here, then it'll fit over the dash and fit right into where the air vents used to be. So I'm kind of in the process of getting the power stuff hooked up. I'm going to dedicate this middle switch to power the MXM dash. That's power coming from the cigarette lighter wires that used to be in here, so it's always on, which is kind of nice. Okay, so those are 2 videos coming up. Stay tuned, and I'll be back with more. See you later.